Do not necessarily reflect those of ParaX, its affiliates, or its sponsors.
Supernatural, metaphysical, paranormal. You know, all those things you've been wondering about? Are you ready to go deeper into the realms of the unknown? I hope you've got your walking shoes on, because life is an adventure, and this is the journey. Come on, let's go.
Oh, I
Hello.
like that part.
Hello and welcome to the show, everyone. This is the Journey Radio Show, and hey, we're the She Squatchers. I'm Jen Cruz, your host, and we've got Jenna just charging in right away again today.
It's our song. It makes me just dance, Jen. How can I not charge in?
All right, and we've got Tammy Trico. Hi, Tammy.
Hi, everybody. I got a squeaky chair, so if you hear that, it's just my chair.
That's what she says.
Just a chair. All right. Well, that sounds good to me. I'm trying to get in the chat room for those who are in there.
I know. I'm trying to get in there too.
Huh?
I'm trying to get in there too. I'm like,
Trying to get in there. Oh, I'm in. All right, I'm in. Hi, everybody in the chat room. Welcome to the show. We've got a little something different going on today. Instead of Bigfoot, we're going to ask you, what other things would you like us to talk about on the show? Like, we're not just Bigfoot researchers. We look for other cryptids as well. So what do you want to know about? We want you to tell us in the chat room. We want you to tell us in the comments on our YouTube channel. We want you to tell us what you'd like us to cover in future shows. Because we are open to all of it. We're all psychic mediums. We could cover almost any subject you could ask for. Mm-hmm. And there you have it. So tonight we are going to be talking about something that has been coming up a lot for me the last couple of weeks, just constantly reminding me that it's there, and that is the Mandela effect. And all three of us know what that is, but for those of you out there who do not know what that is, the Mandela effect, if you looked up the definition of the Mandela effect, it's going to tell you that it's masses of people remembering history incorrectly. But they're remembering the exact same thing. Mm-hmm. So how could we have thousands, millions of people remembering the exact same wrong history?
Incorrectly.
Incorrectly. Yeah. How is that? Now we're going to go over some. It may sound kind of kooky for those of you out there who've never heard of this before. So we're going to go over like some of the most common ones that are reported. And I'm just going to say that I think that this has been happening for a long time. And people just didn't have a way to communicate with others about it. But now we have the World Wide Web, and we're connected to everybody from everywhere. And people can say, hey, I remember this. Anyone else? And people are joining together and saying, yeah, that's what I remember too. So that's what the Mandela effect is. So, you know, I do not believe that people are remembering history wrong. I think there could be some instances where it was close enough where they thought it was something. But for the most part, there are some of these that are pretty dang specific that I remember what they say is wrong now. And really, really specific things. So we're gonna talk about that today, and see what we're gonna just poll ourselves. And if anybody wants to jump in our chat room and talk and comment, that would be great too. So let's see. Got my Mandela effect, 50 Mandela effect examples. Here we go. Sure. So, you know, in the Star Wars movies, remember when Darth Vader said to Luke Skywalker, Luke, I am your father. Mm-hmm. Do you remember that? Mm-hmm. Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I remember it. I saw it in the movie theater.
How about you, Jenna?
Honestly, I didn't watch those very much. Oh. And if I did, it's gone. I'm sorry, guys.
The two originals. Star Wars and Return of the Jedi. I have never watched all of the prequels.
I have seen them multiple times. I love that, and I love the Force. May it be with you always.
I like
Thank you. I'll take the Force.
So apparently they say that is not what Darth Vader said to Luke Skywalker. He said,
What was
"No,
it?
I am your father." He never said, "Luke, I am your father." So apparently, if we go watch the movie now, it doesn't say that.
Does he breathe and then say, "I'm your father"? Is that that we hear? And then he go, "I am your father."
That's
Like that,
pretty
right?
good.
I thank you. It really makes sense now.
So
I get it.
for all of those Star Wars fans out there who are, are you having a fit right now? Did he say, "Luke, I am your father," with the Tammy's breathing? And or did he say, "No, I am your father"? Which one was it? Which one was it?
Why would you say no? What was the conversation before the no?
That's a good question.
Because why would he just say no? I am your father.
I'm not sure.
Hmm.
Oh.
Let me Google.
Google it.
Hmm.
This answer. We need to know. We need to know.
That was so funny. Hmm.
I gotta show you while she's Googling. Look at
Thank
my
you,
cute-
Tammy.
Yes.
My cute earrings. They're
Hold
porcupine.
on. Hold on. I got it. Put them back up there.
They're my first porcupine quills, and I am excited.
Oh, they are cute.
Yeah. Yeah.
Super cute.
I have my
Oh, okay. It says Darth Vader says, "No, I am your father" in Star Wars. It says Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back during a fight with Luke Skywalker in Cloud City. Vader says this in response to Luke's claim that he killed Luke's father. He says, "No, I am."
Oh,
And it's a pivotal plot twist in the movie.
thank you, Tammy.
You're welcome. Thank you,
That was supposed to
interwebs.
be. Yes, thank you.
All right, so there's that one. So everybody can think about that and see what they have to say about that. Then the next thing is they're talking about why is it called the Mandela effect? So they're saying that Nelson Mandela died in the 1980s, and people can remember news coverage of his funeral very clearly. And then all of a sudden, he's still alive in 2013 when he passed away. So did he die in the 1980s or did he die in 2013? I don't know. That one is
I'm
not,
Googling it.
but apparently it was a big enough amount of people who remembered Nelson Mandela dying and his televised funeral that this whole thing became known as the Mandela effect, because all of a sudden he was still alive until 2013. So there's that.
There's that. December 5th, 2013 is what the interweb says.
Interweb.
I'm going to call it that tonight.
Tonight when I'm laying in bed scrolling.
So here's one from Scooby-Doo.
Okay.
Okay, yes.
She's ready. Oh,
I am ready.
she's already pointing here.
I know that one.
You know that one? Okay.
Yeah, I
do
do.
you remember Shaggy from Scooby-Doo having a big Adam's apple?
I do. And now I looked at a picture and he doesn't. And it's like, that's not right. He's like right up there. That's why he was shaggy. Everything about him was shaggy and
Goofy.
goofy. Okay.
I'm currently looking at a picture of him without an Adam's apple, and it just looks all kinds of wrong. So there's that one.
That is weird.
So how does Mickey Mouse hold up his pants?
It doesn't. It just has buttons on them.
Okay, that's what the picture shows. But I remember Mickey Mouse having suspenders.
I remember Goofy having suspenders.
Jenna, do you remember Mickey Mouse having suspenders or no?
I guess I always thought he did, but I looked at a picture later and there was none. So I just don't understand. Maybe we're just jumping in and out of the universes, like
Just like that.
just like that. That's me gliding through. I'm teasing.
All right, so the next one is Captain Crunch cereal.
I love Captain Crunch cereal.
I did too. It really tore up the top of my mouth. How about you?
Yeah.
I still eat it. So every great once in a while, I'm like, I'm gonna take that and shred it in my teeth. It's so good. But yeah, you always get the like ripped up roof.
Unless you let it soak in the milk for a few minutes before you eat it.
Ooh, yeah. If you have time.
I have to tell you, I have Raisin Bran and like, I have like things like that kind of cereal. I don't have any good stuff anymore. Like, I have good for you stuff.
When I was little, I loved Raisin Bran. I loved Raisin Bran more than any other cereal. I ate it all the time.
Yeah. Oh,
Jenna, your face.
Henry has
Every
something
time
to
the
say
dog
about
barks.
that. Hi, Henry.
Just pick him up and let him see.
Oh, you are on mute, Jenna. So Captain Crunch cereal. How do you spell that?
CAP''N Crunch. Cap'n.
Jenna, how do you spell Captain Crunch? On the cereal box.
Unmute yourself.
I know, but he was still barking. CAPTN, I thought.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear. What did you say, Tammy?
Oh, nothing. Just that you were on mute when you first started talking. We got you.
So
I have to write it out.
I don't remember it being spelled that way. I remember Captain Crunch, like Captain spelled out CAPTAIN.
Oh, I thought it was always CAP''N.
There was apostrophe in there somewhere.
Yeah, CAP''N.
See,
Cap'n.
you're still eating it today, so maybe.
I'm still buying some tomorrow. I've got to figure out this quest.
Yes, you have to
It's
do
a
some
quest.
research. You should both do some research.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have to do it for me because it's not gluten free, so I'm not eating it.
I will do it. I will take one for the team on this. Ladies, don't
Okay.
say I've never taken one for the team.
Come on, I want to take one for the team and get some sugary cereal.
Go ahead, but you can only have a couple bites.
Yes.
No, I don't need sugar. I don't. I've avoided bread all day, and even tortillas. I just went strictly without. So, anyway, gotta lose a little weight, right, girls? Yay. Okay, so
It's on my goal. I've got like 20 pounds ready to come off of me. I put them on because I started eating all my emotions. So now I'm just like, I'm back. I'm back. And now you can see me walking and I'll be dancing. That's right.
Oh, we
You
know how
may
you
not know
walk.
where I am. I know, I know, right? You've never seen
No.
the dance walk though, Tammy. That one, I mean, that would make everyone watch it, smile, and drive on and say, wow, that made my day because I'm a crazy lady.
awesome.
Oh. So you said lose weight and was like, yeah, because that's what I listen to is Pitbull. And it's like, man, I mean, that kind of
I love
music.
me some Pitbull.
Uh-huh.
I smacked a trainer today. This morning I was at my workout and I had my earbuds in and I'm just going and my music's loud and I closed my eyes and I was just going to it on the treadmill and all of a sudden I opened my eyes and she's right there trying to talk to me about something and I just screamed.
Oh no.
I'm a guess you went, oh!
Yeah.
And she jumped back because I mean I you know how
Yep.
I start.
Oh!
Yes. Oh. I did it.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Good
I
times.
can't wait to be with you guys soon. I'm so excited. I miss you guys.
I miss you too. I wish I was going in September.
I know. Ditto.
Yeah, we're going on expedition in September, and our
Without
location.
Tammy.
Well,
Without
not that
Tammy.
Tammy was invited, and
Tammy
she's
is invited. Tammy
So-
just has grown up things that she has to do, like, pay bills and put children in school, things like that.
yeah.
Oh, everybody has those, Tammy.
Everybody
my
has
kids
children
are
to
grown.
put in school?
Hmm?
Everybody
kids
has
are-
children to put into school?
Well, no, but bills and
Oh,
things
yes, I
like
know.
that. No,
School
I'm
clothes, school
child
supplies.
free. I love children, but I'm child free.
Hey, my youngest just turned 13. Ooh, ooh, I'm getting so
She was
close.
already 13.
13.
That's awesome.
4 more years of school, and then I am headed to the Keys.
There you go.
Good for you.
Yeah.
What are you going to do in the Keys? Live there?
I am going to start my own scuba diving charter and shop, and I will train people, certify them, and then take them out on my boat on expedition.
Can I be your very first? And can I get half off?
If you buy all your gear through me, yes, I'll give you yours half off.
You got it, because by then I'll have won the lottery and married a very, very wealthy man. I'm just kidding about
Elon Musk.
getting married. No, he's not my crush anymore.
Oh.
He messages Jen, and now I'm done with it.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Elon
Elon.
Musk. Jeez.
Yeah. Instead of coming
You're supposed
straight
to
for
be
me.
a one-woman man. What are you thinking? You think we don't
Exactly.
talk?
You know who I think is really cute now?
Who?
Ryan Reynolds. He's 51. I'm 50.
He
Hey,
is
Ryan.
cute. He is pretty
I
cute.
think right? He's so cute. And he looks like he could still like climb mountains, have fun, go on adventures, you know?
You know?
You know.
We know, Jenna.
Oh my God, too funny. All right, so on to the Mandela effect. Now that Jenna's turning red. Okay.
I don't normally.
Snoopy. Do you remember Snoopy?
Yes.
Tell me about Snoopy's tail. What did it look like? What did it look like?
Had a spot on it.
I just thought it was black.
I thought it was white with a spot.
All right, you're both right. Or according to the Mandela effect, one of you is wrong. So some will tell you it's black, but in reality, it's white with a black spot on it.
Well, isn't that nice?
I don't
Isn't that nice?
Isn't that nice?
black. I remember
What?
black. So I'm with you, Jenna. Tammy,
You're out.
the world.
You are so off the team.
She's so
I'm kidding. Oh.
All right, Tony the Tiger on Frosted Flakes.
Yes.
What color is his nose?
Black.
Yeah, I was going to say black too, but then I thought maybe it's orange.
I remember black, but it's blue.
I thought his bandana was blue.
His bandana is red.
Oh, weird. I remember him blue with the black nose. Blue bandana, black nose.
Weird.
Suddenly I'm getting like
Yeah, chiming in
confused.
here in the chat. All right, so here's a fun one. I specifically remember this.
Okay.
Sinbad, the actor,
Mhm.
talking about, right? This is probably the most bizarre one, I think. Several people can attest that they distinctly remember seeing the comedian in a movie called Shazam, where he played a genie. Do you remember this?
I remember the genie movie.
Okay. Do you remember him playing in it? Shazam.
This one stuns me.
I think it was said Shazam.
Okay. They're saying that he never played a genie in a movie. There is no movie called Shazam.
Really? That's bull. I remember it. I remember that movie.
And so
what's the name of it, but I remember him in it.
Yeah. So now they're saying that people are confusing the memory with a movie called Kazam, starring Shaquille O'Neal as a genie. That's not what
I could not confuse the two of them. They are two completely different people.
Yes.
Yeah, they are.
So what's really cool about some of this stuff is sometimes people can produce
proof,
a copy of what they remember that this world says is in it.
Does somebody have the movie?
I don't know.
Someone has a T-shirt.
Share the link.
Or a
Fruit of the Loom. Fruit of the Loom. Someone found found a T-shirt of the old, you know, the Fruit of the Loom.
Cornucopia.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, yeah, it wasn't a cornucopia because I remember because I asked my mom, "What is that picture of?"
And what did she say?
She said it's fruit inside a cornucopia. I said, what is a cornucopia? She said that cone.
All right.
I remember.
Okay, so I haven't heard of this one, so I'm just going to read it. It has to do with Britney Spears' famous music video. Many can distinctly remember Britney wearing a microphone headset in the video. Her doll was even sold with one. However, after rewatching it, it's clear she never wore it in the video. So how do we all have a clear image of this, of Britney wearing this headset microphone in her music video when it's not there now?
I don't remember her wearing a headset.
Yeah, I think
except for like when they did like the live footage of her on stage, she had a headset.
Wasn't she also wearing a headset when she was a stewardess on a plane?
I have no idea. I don't remember.
Britney Spears was a stewardess on a plane?
One of her songs?
Oh.
I don't know. I wasn't a huge
The only video
fan.
I remember is Oops, I Did It Again.
I know, I like that song.
Don't sing it.
I'm singing in my head and I'm doing the dance. And Jenna's doing it with me.
Yep, couldn't help it.
There we go. All right, this is one that I specifically remember. Peanut butter. Well, is it Jif or Jiffy?
It used to be, no, it's Jif, because Jif and Skippy, not Jiffy.
I agree with Tammy.
Because I remember Jiffy.
I remember Skippy.
And when it changed to Jif, I just thought they just shortened it. I didn't realize that they're saying that it never was Jiffy. I just thought they shortened it.
I just got confused over peanut butter. So what's the next one?
Looney Tunes.
Yes.
Okay.
Spell it.
LOONYTOONS.
LOONEYTUNES.
Which one is it?
I'd have to say I'd like to be right.
I'd like to phone a friend.
Bring Jen. Hi. I know you're doing a show right now and you're asking me the question, but
right? Looney Tunes. I remember Tunes, TOONS, but now it's TUNES.
Oh, no, I don't
what?
remember being TOONS.
You remember, you guys know me. I'm a little bit into like perfection. Oh, sometimes, not all the time. But if I saw something spelled wrong, wouldn't I say that?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Can you spell it again?
My used to get mad at me because Fruit Loops was spelled FROOTLOOPS. And she's like, that's not how you spell that. I'm like, that's what the box says.
Right.
And I don't even know if it does anymore. Is it still FROOT or did they change it?
I don't know. I don't know about any of it anymore.
I know nothing. That's all I know.
I know nothing.
Here's something that I actually had when I was a kid. Do you remember the children's books called about the bears?
Mm-hmm. Berenstein or versus Bernstein.
Yeah.
Which one? Tammy, which one? What were they called?
Berenstain.
Berenstain.
Berenstain Bears.
Oh, that's what you remember?
Mm-hmm.
I remember Berenstein. STEIN.
Suddenly my memory is burnt.
I don't remember how it was spelled, but I remember it being pronounced Berenstain.
And it was Berenstein.
And we used to call it Bernstein. No, Bernstein. Right?
Berenstein.
And how do you say it?
Berenstein.
That's how they say it is now?
No, they're saying it's Berenstain now. But what's really interesting, so Tammy's got it right. So for where we are right now.
Good Tammy.
So Jenna, she's not the Tammy we know.
What?
So my whole point of this is, we're gonna go through some more of these. but I'm gonna say the Berenstein Bears. I know that somebody produced books that had the STEIN. They produced them, like they said, here, no, I have these from my childhood. Have a look, and you can set them right next to the ones that say Berenstain. So there's what's happening here. It's more than just memory. It's more than that. So I can tell you what I think is happening. I think we're slipping, our consciousness is slipping into parallel universes. Now scientists agree that we live in a multiverse. Many scientists agree that there are parallel universes, that they are flat like paper, and they are stacked on each other. And for everything that could have ever happened, it did. It happened in one of those universes. And so all these parallel universes are just like ours. We're in there, and a version of us is in there, and something is different. Something didn't happen, or something did happen. It's just something is different. And so when we start to notice.
Can I pause you for 1 second?
Yeah.
Taking that theory and building on it, that's what I think doppelgangers are. I think doppelgangers are us from alternate realities.
Ooh.
So you don't think our consciousness slides into the body?
Oh no, I definitely think that we can slip into alternate realms, but I think that when we see ourselves, that it's a doppelganger is just from a different realm, a different universe that has slid into ours.
Mm-hmm.
That's my theory.
That's a very good theory.
That is a very good theory.
I've always wondered about that.
Everyone's like, oh, they're evil. I'm like, I don't think so. I think that they're just misplaced. Misplaced us's.
So if our consciousness slides into the body that we have in the next universe that we slide into, what happens to the consciousness that was in there already?
I don't know. Do you think it like automatically sends it over here?
I've been wondering that for a while. Like, what happened to the me that was in the body? Because I know that I am not in the universe where I started out at. Too many things have changed. Statues are different. Statues. They're not.
I've seen like whole buildings that were never there before, and one day they just appeared. I'm like, when did that get here?
Yeah.
It's always been there. No.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think the internet is helping us to communicate with others who remember the same things that we remember and are noticing the changes. And so I've been going through this for so many years now that I don't even argue anymore. I had a client the other day, last week, told me that I have done 2 house calls at his house. And I guarantee you I have not. and I told him, no, I don't remember that. That didn't happen. And he's like, no, you came and set up the table in my living room and 2 times now. And I was like, nope, never happened. And he's like, no, it did. And I was like, okay, I believe you, but it not this me. And then I had to start explaining the whole idea of the Mandela effect, parallel universes, and slipping into another one.
There's been more than one occasion when I have like all of a sudden seen myself in the mirror and got really close and looked in my eyes and I'm like, who are you? Like I didn't recognize who the person was that was inside of me. I'm like, this is not the same person. So, maybe only part of our consciousness slips into another one.
I've wondered if like when we slide into one, do we just force that one into the next one? Or
maybe we forget, when we slip in that we were somewhere else. And then if we get back and we see ourselves and we're like, wait a minute, where did you go? I don't know. It's very interesting for me.
And I know we're not going to get through all of the different examples because there are lots of examples that are the most common Mandela effects that are reported. And so I encourage everybody to go and research that and look at them and see which ones you feel connected to and what do you remember wrong.
Yeah, that's about how it is.
All right. Well, we're going to take a 2-minute commercial break. So stay tuned, everybody. We'll be right back.
Gotta give him an extra fun. What? Right. It's like, oh, this isn't commercial break. Wouldn't that be great to watch? Like
the face that it picks
Huh?
For the title for our page, the thumbprint, it'll have you going.
Oh, that's okay. But wouldn't it be fun to do to somebody like on after like when we go on break, all of a sudden everybody's there and our guest is there, and then all of a sudden we're like, yeah. Wouldn't that be fun? I think that would be so fun. And like that commercial. Oh, la, 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 la. I love that commercial too. I can't stop doing it.
What was that?
There's a commercial where these two guys for like whatever they're shaking their arms and then they're letting their body shake, when you do that, and then you go, and then they don't use their mouth or they go la, 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 la. It's so fun. It feels so fun.
All right.
I'm still alive. I'm 50.
You see my little guy up there that Ian gave me?
Yes.
I named him Billy.
I have to get mine. Hi, Billy.
Because he's got a cap on, so he looks like a little kid, so I named him Billy.
Aw.
Yeah, you forgot yours next to mine, Jenna. You have to pick them up when you come home.
She says, when you come home.
Oh, yeah. What was that all about? Miss
Are
Faye.
you not Minnesota girl? Like, weren't you born and bred?
Half in Minnesota, half in Texas. I will say that. So I'm home now.
Home is where your heart is, and I'm here.
Are you her heart?
She believes her to be. You're both part of my heart. What are you talking about? You two are like awesome, and I'm so lucky to have you guys. And I love you very much.
We love you too.
Thanks.
That was so awkward.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. This is the Journey Radio Show. And hey, we're the She Squatchers. Won't you check us out online at shesquatchers.com? And there you can see all the happenings of what's going on there. But hey, our most recent updates, everything that's going on with us, will be found on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. So you can find us at all those places at She Squatchers Official. Please come like and follow us there and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And you can see all of our cool little videos. Wouldn't that be awesome? Click the notifications so that you are notified when we upload a new video. So back to the show. We don't have a guest tonight. We're talking about the Mandela effect and the potential of parallel universes and traveling into them, through them, beyond them. And we've got Sherry in the chat room. She's talking about the multiverse theory. That's what she's calling it. Different world lines with different timelines within them. She says, I slip into them all the time. The body might slip too. So I have one example. Jenna and I went out for lunch one day to Paradiso in Fargo. We met there. We drove there separately and we got there. I got out of my car and I immediately looked around and went, huh. The air felt different. The sky looked different. The gravity felt heavier.
Thicker.
Everything was thicker. The air was thicker. And I just stood there, and I'm standing outside Jenna's car, and she's standing there. And we're both not saying anything, but we're both looking around going, huh? What's going on here? And we both said, it feels so different here. What's going on? And so we go into the restaurant, and there is a giant owl bronze statue. And I mean, if we were talking Bigfoot-sized bronze owl statue standing there by the door. And I went, oh, I said to the girl working the front desk, I said, wow, that's new. When did you get that? And she's like, we've had that for the 11 years I've worked here. I was like, what?
And then Jen asked me, she goes, Jenna, do you remember that being there? And I said, no. She said, what do you remember? And I said, the two kids statue. Yeah. And she was like, I knew it, because you probably thought, oh, Lord, it's happening.
Yes. And so then we ordered our food, and just everything was just different there. I mean, the food was different.
Plates were different. Remember, the plates were different.
The whole restaurant colors, they weren't as vibrant as they normally are.
We asked the waiter, what did we ask him what the date was? We were so confused. Or what did we ask?
Like, what is the date?
I know. What day is it today?
Yeah,
but it was weird.
And I was thankful that Jenna was there experiencing it with me at the same time, because we originally, when we were standing in the parking lot, we're both just standing there, not saying anything, looking around like, what is going on? Everything felt so different. And so then we started going there quite often just to see if it changed again.
Never again.
It was
Only
never
that
heavy
once.
like that again. I don't like that heavy feeling. It was very, very heavy. I did not like it. The food wasn't even as good.
No, and you know what? I remember what I ordered wasn't the same. Do you remember me saying it's not the same as it was before? Because I'd always order the same thing.
Me too.
Yeah. Interesting.
Soup
So,
burrito. That's what I always order. Soup burrito with ground beef. All right.
she would like that sent to her immediately. Thank you.
It is my birthday on Saturday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Accepted and appreciated. Thank you very much.
Yes. She really does love gifts.
Yes,
She can
it's
send
Jen
them to
and
her.
my birthday month.
Curious
The whole
George.
month of August is mine and Jen's birthday month, so gifts will be accepted and appreciated.
Dang it. Well, they missed mine, so mine was March 10th. So you know what? You can also include me in the gift giving, and we'll all be happy together.
There you go. Well, we'll
There we
pretend
go.
Jen's birthday in August.
What? What,
You
Jen?
said, Jen?
What?
What did you say?
You, Jen, what did you say?
I said
Me?
Jenna says that every year. When
Oh.
it's Tammy and my birthday, Jenna says, but mine was in March, so you can send me gifts too.
She does.
She says that every year.
But you know what?
I
People
just need
will.
to get to the reality that your birthday is in August, and then we'll all have our birthday in the same month.
Don't do that to me, Tammy. No, really, I'm 40 and my birthday is in August. I could easily be talked into being 40 and birthday in the August.
That's funny because I talked Jenna into being a different age than she was for quite some time. It was funny.
Yeah, and because she was always a year older than me. Wait, 1 or 7? I'm kidding.
Oh my goodness!
I'm kidding, Jen.
I had her convinced that she was my age, so she's telling everybody she was older than she was because I'm a little bit older.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden it's my birthday and I'm like, I'm finally 49.
Oh wait, how old are you now, Jenna?
49.
No,
Nope.
Well, how old are you? How old are you?
you're
20.
50.
I'm 50. I can't. You know, Jen brought it up, this old Saturday Night Live character, and she was 50, and she was so excited. Somebody asked her, you know, how old are you? And she goes, I'm 50. And she kicks up in the air. And now every time I feel like kicking, yes. And her arms go up in the air. Yes,
Yep.
definitely. And so she's like, oh, 50. She's just, she's a joy to watch. Anyway, check her out.
All right.
Jenna do that all the time. Anyway,
Fair enough.
I
so
do.
I want to ask you about Curious George. Do you remember
Okay.
Curious George?
Mm-hmm.
Did he have a tail or no tail?
I remember Curious George having a
He had
tail
a
because an
tail.
animal took it off. An animal got it off.
He had a tail because I remember him hanging from a tree.
Yes,
Yeah.
me too. He had a tail, but no, they say in this world that we're living in, Curious George never had a tail.
Jenna and I both go.
Jenna's mind just went pew,
Blew up.
mind blown.
Doesn't take much.
Okay, so do you remember the TV show Sex and the City?
Yes, I love that show.
What was it called?
Sex in the City.
Sex in the City?
Sex in the City.
And the city. I thought.
Oh my gosh, it is Sex and the City. Tammy, you're right. I just thought, ooh, if it was in, it'd be like Sex in the City. I think that's so naughty. Okay, so I agree with Tammy.
Okay, so they say it is Sex and the City.
Yes. I almost turned it into a porn song.
I'm sure there is one.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, it was
Do
close.
either of you use, or have you ever used Febreze fabric refresher, the spray?
I have. Not anymore, but I did.
Can you spell Febreze for me,
Febreze.
Jenna?
Fabriz? Oh, no. I don't know. Suddenly it broke again. Okay.
I like this page because they show you the picture of what it was and then what it is now.
Yeah.
What is it?
So Febreze, I remember there was two E's together. So it's Febreeze. And then now there's only one E in there.
I have it downstairs. I use it all the time. There's one.
So
Well,
my baloney has a first name. It's
Balay.
No,
What? I just started throwing out letters.
Oscar Mayer. How can you spell that for me?
Oh, Oscar Mayer. Oscar. Our baloney has. We can't sing that.
Mayer.
It's Mayer. Is that what it is?
I don't know anymore.
See, I always thought it was Meyer.
I thought it was May.
Well, that's what it is now.
Oh. See, I must be from this realm.
Oscar Mayer. It should be E, because if you think EY, Oscar.
Yeah. The second name is Mayer.
All right, here's one you girls will know because I think that you probably own this or you have. And Jenna, I know
Doritos. Hershey's chocolate. I got this one.
Skechers.
What?
Skechers, the shoes.
Yeah.
I've had those. Mm-hmm.
Yes, I know. I got a pair from your mom. Skechers. Can you spell Skechers for me?
Sketchers.
Skechers.
Tammy is from this world, and Jenna, you and I are not. We're out of this world, girl.
Oh my gosh, I love being out of this world. That should be a song. Bigfoot, he's out of this world. I guess you're not on the same page. I thought since we were from the same place.
Well, although we are from the same place, Jenna lives in a constant musical in her head. So one of the things I was most impressed by one day was we were talking to this little girl who was all excited to meet the She Squatchers, and she looked at us like we were just like
Disney princesses.
the coolest thing ever, right? And Jenna started singing to her about Bigfoot in the greatest Disney voice song ever made in the spur of the moment. And I was like, why couldn't we have been recording that? Because it was amazing.
Oh, thank you. But you know, when you're in front of kids and you can just feel them just be like, they just want to have attention and be paid attention to. And when you can take that love and just kind of, and just, be what they think you are.
Know, Jenna, maybe you can create a Bigfoot song for children and we can play it for the intro for the cartoon that we create from our book.
Oh my gosh, I'm so, yes, please.
Yes, please.
We do have a children's book out there with us as little 5-6-year-old girls in it. And then we're also comic book heroes, believe it or not.
I still have not read that. I know Jason yelled at me. He's like, "What? You get kidnapped by Bigfoot. Why have you not read it?"
Oh no.
Powers.
I have to say, I really enjoyed that though. Seriously, it was really well written. And the things that, because that's what really happens when we go out. Things that one of us would say, or what Jason would say. It's just, you read it and you're like, oh, I would have said that. So he's putting little things from
all right,
us in there.
Get it. Jeez.
All right. Yeah, I got her to read it.
All right.
I'm kidding.
Henry VIII. Do you remember seeing a photo of Henry VIII? A picture of the painting of him?
No.
Never?
I don't know what king it was, but
All right. That one, I remember there being a turkey leg, and now they say he doesn't have one.
Hmm.
But yeah, he was. Oh, here's a fun one: Monopoly.
Okay.
The
Monopoly.
board game, right?
Okay.
The little guy who's Monopoly man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What does he have on his face?
Mustache.
Monocle.
A monocle?
Mm-hmm.
A little eyeglass, one little glass. Do you remember that, Jenna?
Yes. Well, I remember him having a mustache. Doesn't he have
And
a
a
mustache?
mustache.
He has a mustache.
Okay. Yes.
But do you remember him having a monocle?
Yes. Especially on like the cartoons and on the top of the box of Monopoly. We played a lot of games.
Yes. And Monopoly took many, many hours. But believe it or not, on the Monopoly, he does not have a monocle.
See, I
And they
don't believe
say
it.
he never did. But I remember the monocle.
I remember a monocle.
As a matter of fact, I didn't even know what a monocle was except for Monopoly.
And the Planters peanut guy.
Oh, yeah.
He had one
What
too.
about the Planters peanut guy?
He had a monocle
Oh,
and a top
yeah.
hat.
I thought something was like with him,
So, question. Were either of you into Pokemon at all?
My kids were.
No.
Okay. So, Tammy might know Pikachu.
Mm-hmm.
What color was Pikachu's tail?
It was yellow and brown stripes. It was shaped like a lightning bolt.
Yeah, that's what I remember. But now they say that it's just yellow.
That's weird.
That is weird. Tammy, come to the dark side. Okay.
She's already there.
All right. Let's see. Kit Kat,
Does
the
any-
candy bar.
Does anybody have any questions before you continue? Does anybody have any questions in the chat room?
Nope, no questions.
Alrighty, so sorry.
So Kit Kat, the candy bar.
Yep.
K-
Huh?
Kitkat.
Yes.
Is there a hyphen?
K-A-T.
No.
No.
Okay. So some remember the hyphen, and there is not a hyphen. Now,
Do you remember the hyphen?
I'm not sure. I don't remember specifically. I don't know everything. I know.
Jen,
Wait,
you're off the team. Pick her up.
Say it again.
What?
I said, say it again.
All right.
Say it again.
So Fruit of the Loom. The logo of Fruit of the Loom underwear.
Yes, that's what I was talking about.
Yep, the cornucopia.
It has a cornucopia with the fruit, right?
Yep.
But now it doesn't have a cornucopia at all. It's just the fruit. Doesn't make any sense. It looks all kinds of wrong.
Yeah, because there was a cornucopia, and then the grapes were like falling out of it.
Yes.
I remember.
And I
Yes, and someone found the T-shirt, an old T-shirt, and I hope that it was.
They're just trying to rewrite history.
I think they are too. It doesn't take much.
I think we're just in different. We're traveling through parallel universes quite frequently, and sometimes we notice that something has changed. And in the past, we probably just like, well, whatever, what does it matter, really?
Right.
And then just let it go and on with our day. But now that we have the internet, we can talk to each other, and people are bringing it up, all these different things. There's differences in movies that don't even exist, that did. They did.
Right? Yes, they did. I remember.
So, if we are traveling through parallel universes, what does that mean for us?
Whoop whoop! Enjoy the ride. Whoop whoop! That's all
What
I
it
can say.
means is that if we can figure out how to control it, then we can time travel.
Mm-hmm.
And that's exactly right. So I used to listen to Art Bell on Coast to Coast Radio back in the day. And a long time ago, there had been a time traveler who called into the show. And he's believed to this day to be an actual time traveler. And when asked about the machine that he was using to time travel, he kind of always skidded around the question. He never really would answer about the machine that he used to do this. He did, however, explain that he was traveling back in time by making short jumps through parallel universes. And he explained that if you can only do a short jump, because if you jump too far, the universe changes way too much. It's unrecognizable to you. So you have to do short jumps that jump back in time, and then the universe doesn't change very much. There's still some change, but not enough that you would really ruin your day. So he said that he was going back in time to get something, a code or something for a computer, and then he was going to jump back through time to the present, or his present, what was his future, what was his present. And he said he had to make these short jumps or he would never ever get back to a universe that was similar to the one that he left. Now, he did say he would never get back to the exact same universe that he left, because that's almost impossible because there's so many, but he would get back to one that was close enough. And I was like, ta-da! That's
Sherry said John Tidor, Peter.
That might have been his name. I don't remember his name. I just remember the guy. And I remember when I started to become aware that things were changing and I was looking for reasons why. And sometimes they change back. Sometimes they change back. Like my mom, she had all of her teeth pulled out, and her boyfriend Daryl was taking really good care of her, and that's why she couldn't come to Paracon that year, because she had all of her teeth taken out. And I had her show me all of her teeth were gone. I saw it. I saw her gums. And then Daryl died, and I don't know, within a year, my mom and I are out for dinner with a friend, and my mom says, "Oh, next week I'm having all my teeth pulled out." And I was like, "What? What teeth?" And I made her show me teeth because she didn't have any teeth. I've seen her without teeth, and there was none in there. And she said she was getting all of them pulled out, and I was like, "Okay." And she went up to the buffet to get some more food, and my friend said, "I remember your mom had all of her teeth pulled out, and that's why she didn't come to Paracon." I'm like, "That's what I remember. That's what I remember." So then a few months later, sitting at a restaurant with my mom and my daughter, who's an adult, my adult daughter. And my daughter, she's getting squirmish and she's kind of weirded out a little bit. And she's like, she's going to talk to me about something she's kind of scared to talk to me about. I could tell that. And she's like, "Mom, can I ask you a question?" I'm like, "Yeah, what's up?" She said, "Have you ever heard of the Mandela effect?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she goes, do you know about that?" And I'm like, "I know all about that." And she looked like relieved. And I said, "Why? What are you experiencing?" And she just looked like she didn't want to tell me. She didn't want to be crazy. She didn't want to tell me the crazy stuff. So I started telling her about my mom's teeth. And my little intuitive voice is like, "Ask Mom about the teeth before you start telling the story." So I'm like, "Mom, when you had do you have all your teeth pulled out now?" And she's like, "Yeah." And I said, "When you had them all pulled out, was Daryl alive or was he dead?" And she said, "He was alive. He took really good care of me." And I'm like, we've changed back. So there can be back and forth. You can go from one to the other. I have watched the White Earth Indian Reservation in Minnesota change their blood quantum requirement for membership 5 times now. And every time and I started talking about this in 2007. And I told my mom, "Oh, they changed the blood quantum requirement, and I said they did a study, and in the study they showed that there wouldn't be any Native Americans left that were 1/4 blood quantum to have a reservation, and so they would lose it by the year 2080. There wouldn't be enough left, and so they had to change it." And my mom tried to find out information about it, although we're not from that reservation. We come from the one just north of there. But it was a big deal because I grew up affiliated with the White Earth Reservation. So it was a big deal. Mom's like, "I don't think so. I've never heard of that. That can't be true." And so she called around, she asked around, no, and I was just adamant. No, this is what happened. They did a study, they changed it. I saw the person who I didn't believe was a tribal member showed me her tribal card, and she was actually 1/32nd blood quantum. And at that time, Prior to that, it was 1/4 you had to be a tribal member. So when they changed it, you had to apply. If you could prove membership to a certain year that you're descended from a tribal member of a certain year, you could apply for membership. You didn't just automatically become a tribal member. And it didn't matter what your blood quantum was, they would have accepted you. Well, nobody knew about that. And I've watched it change. I've watched them vote it in and implement it 5 times now. 5. And I'm not the only one who's watching this. What's really cool is you can travel with people, I think, because other people are remembering the same thing. And I'm like, look at that. Listen to what they're talking about. Are they talking about changing the blood quantum? My own reservation changes the blood quantum because White Earth did, and now White Earth hasn't done it yet.
Huh.
So
I remember it at least once changing because then Dale was supposed to become an enrolled tribal member.
Yep.
And he's 116. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And now they haven't done it yet.
Crazy.
Isn't that crazy? So it's not even just stuff that we're finding on the internet. We're talking about things that are close to home, people that are close to home. And you know what's really creepy about this is if Nelson Mandela died and then he wasn't dead anymore, could we slide into one where somebody that has passed on that all of a sudden is in our life? Wouldn't that be freaky?
Well, it would explain. It would explain a lot of the Elvis sightings.
That's true. But I mean, like a year after Dale died, I was in kickboxing class on the mat. I looked out and there's a truck exactly like Dale's red truck. And the guy who got out of it looked exactly like Dale, got out of it just like Dale did. I almost fainted on the spot. Oh. And then, as he got closer, he got closer to the window. I'm like, okay, it's not him. But I almost fainted. I don't know what I would do if he came back. I don't even know. I don't know how I would handle that. That would mess up my head so bad.
Well, you'd be still in Minnesota.
I would still be in, no. I don't want to be in Minnesota. He needs to be here.
Not that she hates Minnesota.
Come back to Virginia.
Yeah. So, I mean, we're coming to the end of the show pretty quick here, but then this goes in a little further, and maybe we'll talk about this in a future show. But there's even scientists are talking about the possibility that we're living in a computer simulation, and that all these variables, all these parallel universes are just
different programs
running.
So thinking about that, what would be the purpose of this?
Well, then it's the question of, are we real people or are we just Sims in a game? Or
my question is more about. Oh, go ahead.
Or are we real people with real bodies hooked up to some VR, and maybe it's only been an hour and we've been sitting here for a lifetime, that, as far as we know, and Matrix. That we wake up and we're like, oh, it was just a game. And it's only been an hour and I'm back to my life in whatever life it was that we don't remember.
Oh, weird.
Wouldn't that be weird?
I want to see. Let's go.
and take it even a little bit further. What if something went horribly wrong with said game and we got lost in there? And so we live out our lives and we slip into another parallel when we die. That's what they also think. That we slip into another parallel and continue living until we get old. And then we just start over. And so that's where deja vu comes from. And we just keep going until they can figure out how to get us out of there and wake us up. And maybe that's where the teachers, the great prophets of the world, and even Jesus came to wake us up. Didn't he talk about waking up? Didn't he say, stay awake, wake up?
I'm afraid I'm still stuck at what the heck is the game about? Is it like Civilization, where you want to grow towns? Do you want to be, what I mean? I had to have to know that first, girl.
It's the world. It's the world as we know it.
It's like a civilization game is what you're explaining, right?
get to be someone else for a little while. There was one online, and I'm sure it's still there. It's called Second Life. Second Life.
I don't know. Sims was the first one to do that, right? Where you had the little characters and you'd have to water them and feed them and sleep.
Water. Everybody, we gotta go.
Well,
Is it
thanks for
done?
tuning in, everybody. We'll see you next time right here. Good night.
Bye. Love you.